Welcome to this nonprofit podcast NewsPod, where we amplify the voices of nonprofit leaders making a difference in their communities. I'm joined by Colby Bell, financial services professional at New York Life, to share how a casual gathering of nonprofits for social sharing has now turned into the first annual Greater Sacramento Impact and Philanthropy Awards. Colby, welcome.
Hey, thanks for having me, Jeff.
Looking forward to talking to you about this because it's so neat to see that there is finally an awards event for our community nonprofits.
Yes. I'm excited about it too, man. The nonprofits out here, you guys deserve it. So it's much needed.
When we connected at a mixer that you were having last year, it was clear you had a grander scheme for all of this. You wanted something more of it than just a social gathering or people getting together and turning it into something more. And it looks like finally that has happened. How did it all come together?
Yeah, man, it started, my passion for helping nonprofits came about, probably 2 or 3 years ago. I had a client who was in the nonprofit space. And up until that point, I was unaware of all the work that they did to support the community. And it just was like, somebody has to do something for these people and give them their flowers while they're here. And so that's kind of how I found myself in the space. And over the years, it's been great I just made great connections on the philanthropist side, but then also on the nonprofit side, and was able to this last year actually get New York Life Foundation involved in supporting the grander vision of giving local nonprofits their flowers and thanking them while they're here.
And you even did that at the mixers to some degree. You recognized the people that were there, but somehow you were able to speak to your supervisor, Jonil, and say, hey, we got to get into this foundation to really recognize, and we can create something a little bit bigger, which I applaud you on because that's no small feat. First of all, just put the event together, but secondly, to find some funding to really recognize these community nonprofits.
Yeah. And I'm really glad that I have a supporting colleague like Jonil to kind of help get this vision further, because we want to see something like this grow, because the stuff that nonprofits are doing on a day-to-day basis, it doesn't equate to us just doing something like this once a year. So it's like putting this on, we want to make sure that it's the most fun people can have, and just kind of, like I said, just have a great time doing it, because these people are boots on the ground every single day supporting the different communities that they're working within. So Jonil and I put this together, and it was great to have New York Life say, like, hey, we'll support as well.
I can't wait to get into some of the details. So these fun little gatherings have now morphed into the Greater Sacramento Impact and Philanthropy Awards. What's being awarded? What are you giving?
Yeah, so we have a few different categories. Each category has 3 nominees. And I'm going to, if you don't mind, I'll go over each of the categories so that you can kind of know which areas are we're actually going to be awarding. So we have youth empowerment, senior services, animal welfare, environmental stewardship, small but mighty, health and wellness, educational access, housing and homelessness, and then food security. And then the last one is going to be community building.
Love it.
Yeah. And I want to make a big shout out to Brad and SVP. They helped us out quite a bit as well. And they're one of the main partners on this too. They helped us really bring this thing home as well.
Yeah. And as Brad Squires for Sacramento Venture Philanthropy, somebody we work closely with in many situations, including their Fast Pitch program, which is an unbelievable program that also recognizes nonprofits in a very different way.
Yep.
So tell me a little bit about what was the process you went through to determine or identify who would be the 30 finalists?
Yeah. So, man, it was a good conversation. We spent about a good 2 weeks going over who we were looking to nominate. This first year is mainly going to be, our organization, SVP, looking at, hey, which are the organizations that are doing a lot of the work in the community? And these were the ones that stood out in these spaces. Now, I don't want people who didn't get nominated this year to not feel like, hey, we're doing work in this space. This is the first year of many. This is something we plan on growing. But yeah, we went over a vetting process between us all to just kind of say, who do we want as the initial nominees for the GSIP awards. But yeah, we're looking to, that's one area that we're actually going to be looking to expand upon, is maybe we're thinking about doing more of a community voting to get like, hey, who is the community choice for nominee this year? So that's something that we're going to be expanding. But this current year, we had to vet it out ourselves though.
Well, and understandable. It's the first year, and subsequent years always improve on the process. So it's exciting to know that there were 30 finalists. And then is what happens of those 30 finalists, they were sending out the registration or the voting app so that people could then vote on those 30, and you would then decide the top 10 on vote getters for each of the categories.
Correct.
Top 3 for each of the categories, of the 10 categories, I should say.
Yes.
I was speaking with Brad a little earlier. I'm not even sure you were aware, 7,000 votes came in over that weekend, 2 weekends ago.
That is crazy, man. The voting window was open for a short amount of time. So to get 7,000 votes is absolutely crazy. Just seeing how much people are involved with local nonprofits, that's crazy.
And I'm sure many of us had our emails blowing up that weekend. As you know, in our case, we've spoken to many of those. I'm sure Brad's email was, hey, vote for us, vote for us, vote for us. It made it difficult, but nonetheless fun.
Yeah, it was exciting to hear. I last time I looked at it was 1,900. And I was like, I was blown out of the water. 1,900 is crazy, but 7,000, that's just unbelievable, actually.
Extremely impressive first year event that tells people are really engaged and they're interested. They want to see something happen.
Yeah.
And each category winner the amount is the same for each of the categories, correct? It's evenly divided over the 25,000. So it's $2,500 in unrestricted funds to that organization.
Yeah. So it's out of each category, since there's three nominees, one of them will win. And that person is going to receive, $2,500 directly from the New York Life Foundation.
And the event is open to those interested, but registration is necessary because there's a limited number of people that the facility can house. And if somebody wants to attend, Colby, how do they register?
Yeah, so we have a site. We just go on that site and register. At this time, we would say register for yourself, just so you can get in there. But like I said, this is the first one. So if you can't make it in this year, we'll give you the details for next year.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
It is filling up pretty quick.
And I'll have the link for that as well in the show notes, so somebody can just go there and get their registration in, so they don't miss the opportunity, because it will, I'm going to say sell out, but it's a free event at this point in time. Again, with looking forward to the next couple of years of what it could look like, I just see this big awards event and a whole different sort of situation. Colby, why don't we walk through the details for everybody, just to be sure they've got them? It's April 9th, place, time, etc.
Yeah, so it's April 9th. It's happening at Arcade Underground. It's in the Old Sac area, and it's going to be from 5:30 to 7:30 p.m. It's going to be some small bites and some different drinks and things like that. So that's the time frame, is 5:30 to 7:30 is what we're putting on the invitation. But yeah, those are the actual event details.
Excellent. And again, those will be in the show notes, easy for somebody to click on. Come out and cheer on your finalists as well as the winning recipients of these $2,500 awards, 10 different categories. What a fun event this is going to be. The social ones were fun. I think this is even going to be better because there's actually recognition of jobs well done. Yeah. Colby, congratulations on turning a good idea into a great one. New York Life has surely stepped up in their support of this first year event. That's very neat to see. Brad Squires, Sacramento Venture Philanthropy, outstanding first year partner. And I'm proud to say we're a partner too this year. We look forward to supporting so many more of these events. And I know this one's going to be a hit. I'm really anxious to see everybody on April 9th. Let's have some fun.
Let's do it.
Thanks for listening. If you like our program, please subscribe and give us a positive review and share with someone you know. This NewsPod is a production of Hear Me Now Studio.